What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Wild Plymouth. We are working on the pump house because it is the beginning of November. Today is actually November 2nd, and it's a little rainy day, but our pump house, so we have an artesianal well that supplies water. It actually comes out naturally, and it is amazing water. But we have a pump, a pressure tank to pressurize the water for all of our tiny homes and for the bunkhouse and everything else. But it hasn't been winterized. So this building has been insulated. You can hear the pump running right now. But the pipes inside weren't insulated, and what the previous owners were doing were putting in little space heaters to try to heat this whole space. Now, I used to be an engineer, which you can take the engineer in the office, but you can't take the engineer out of the person. And I was a thermodynamics major, so that drives me nuts. And I guess it was costing hundreds of dollars a month in the colder months to keep this whole room warm, so the pipes didn't freeze and explode and cause all kinds of problems. So what I have done is, I'll take you in there a little bit in a second to show you. I've got the heat tape, which is basically like, it looks like an extension cord, but you plug it in, it has a thermostat on there, and it will turn on, and it's just a resistance heater that is a very long one. You get them at different lengths. The idea being you wrap your pipes with this in very cold areas and then insulate around that, and it'll keep them from freezing. So here's what I came up with. So what I did was I took, I think it was a 30-foot, let's see, let's say on the box. This is the one that I got, 30 feet, yep, 30 feet. And I was able to plug it in as a short piece that is like just wire, and then there's a thermostat here, and I wrapped it around all these pipes, and I'm currently putting aluminum tape over that to help hold it in place and try to get as much contact, because we want this touching the pipe so it transfers, conducts the heat into the pipe, and then the aluminum tape will also hold some of that heat and spread it out amongst the pipes. I tried to use it as efficiently as possible. And one thing you can't see, because this was not insulated. This is the pressure tank. It's not a water heater, but it's a pressure tank. And I took the tail of it and I spiraled around the bottom where the water is. So this is mostly air, right? It's air pressure that keeps the pressure in your pipes. So just down around the bottom where the water is, I went ahead and wrapped that up with some additional heat tape. And as I go through, I'm going to finish taping all this up. Then instead of trying to do pipe insulation along all of it, I do have some that I can wrap instead of this foam stuff. I have more fireproof, waterproof stuff that I'm going to put around that. And then I'm going to take this big 1.5 inch thick 4x8 sheet of insulation, and I'm going to create a little cabinet, a little box around this, so that see if I can zoom out. Yeah, a box around most of this. You know, like I said, I'll insulate all this with the wrap, some over with the wrap. So as this heating element, this heat tape heats up, it's obviously going to heat up the pipe, but then it'll also be contained in an insulated, much smaller space, rather than trying to heat up this whole space. So we will post an update on how this works. Part of my idea of this is I want to still be able to have access to these different components if there's an issue, and I'm trying to cut energy costs by trying to heat this whole space electrically. So actually what I did is I tried to seal these holes at the top a little bit, but I made these little levers just using tape on two sides, a little foldable thing, and then you just kind of pull it off like so. You can see there's one little notch down there. I did end up using some old foam insulation, and I added this fiberglass up here for some of the pipe that sticks out the top. Basically, it is coming in through, where's it at? So this is the spring supply, comes up. I think this is just a air pocket, air chamber. Then we have a filter, and then it goes down and into the pump, and then it distributes that to the tank, and then it goes everywhere else. But I have the sensor here on the output to the house. So if it makes it through all of this and it's still cold, that is going to turn on the heat tape, the resistance. I have it just touching the pipe, and that's going to warm up start warming it up if it gets below freezing. And then having it all contained will hopefully keep this space so I don't have to insulate everything well above freezing, so I don't have to ever worry about these pipes bursting. But yeah, that's it. That was our project for today. Thanks a lot. We'll see you guys in the next video. 13.